Hi, my name is Sam Mullins with Frazzle. Welcome to the Frazzle training video. You are in the right place. Look, I know you're busy running your convenience store, but I promise this training will be worth your time. It's only a few minutes, but it will give you everything you need to run your Frazzle or Cafe Tango program in 5 simple steps. And I'm going to tell you the most important part of this training right now, because that's how much I care about your time. If you remember nothing else about this training, remember this. The QR code on the side of the machine is your solution to everything. Scan it and your wildest dreams will come true. Well, maybe not your wildest dreams, but you will find answers to common questions like, what if my machine is leaking? Or how do I get it fixed? Plus, you can order marketing materials, and if your machine breaks and you can't fix it by yourself by looking at our Q&A page, you can easily, and I mean easily, submit a service ticket via this QR code, and we'll call you within a day or two to help you. Now, this QR code is hands down the most important part of this training, but don't stop here. Keep watching, and I'm going to tell you now the 5 most important things you need to know to run your Frazzle or Cafe Tango program successfully. Number 1, keep the machine full. This is a Frazzle mixing jug, and this is a bag of Frazzle. 1 bag of Frazzle mixes with 1 jug of water. Pour the Frazzle in, pour the water in, shake it up, and then pour the liquid into the machine. That's it. 3 jugs fill up 1 side of the machine. You want to keep your machine as full as possible. Don't let it get too low because it doesn't look as good and you won't sell as much. Oh, and every time you fill it up, wipe down the machine with a damp cloth and wash out this drip tray. Spoiler alert, if your machine looks bad, you won't sell as much. Also, if you have both a Frazzle machine and a Cafe Tango machine, Cafe Tango flavors should never go in the Frazzle machine, and Frazzle flavors should never go in a Cafe Tango machine. Number 2, do your monthly maintenance. A clean and well-maintained machine is the #1 sales driver for your program. In order to clean the machine once a month, you just have to do 2 things. Wash out these bowls and clean this filter. Just once a month. Seems like a small thing, and it is, but it will make your machine look good for your customers, and it will prevent your machine from breaking. Let me just demonstrate. Okay, here we are. This is my Frazzle machine. This one happens to have tiger's blood and simply mango in it. First step I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna press this ice button and turn it to off so it's no longer icing. Now I'm just gonna drain the product out of the machine with my mixing jugs. You don't have to throw away the product. You just drain it just like this until it's all drained out. Okay, now I've drained out most of it. There's just a tiny bit left. What I usually do is fill up a mixing jug partially with water just to kind of flush out the rest. Then I just drain this. Okay, now everything's drained. Now you just turn this auger off by hitting the auger button. Okay, so now you take this light lid off and you unplug it in the back, just like that. Then here's the key to get this off. This is gonna look easier than it is. It requires a little bit of force, but you take this handle off by putting more pressure on one side and kind of getting it off like that. It's gonna feel like you're gonna break it, but you're not gonna break it. Okay, next, we're just gonna take this faucet off, just like this. And there's gonna be like a little spring in it and a little assembly there. Make sure to remove this probe before you take the bowl off. And then we take the bowl off. The key here is to press this button, which clicks it in. You press this button and lift up, and the bowl will come right off, just like that, with the auger and with the seal on the back. Okay, now that I have all these items out, I just take them and wash them with a little hot soapy water and a sponge. Now, use the soft side of the sponge. Do not use the abrasive side of the sponge. And just gently wash it all out with a little soapy water and then rinse it. Okay, one other thing as you're doing it, there's this part where this bushing goes in here. That part can get a little gross and build up, so you also just want to make sure you get this part clean. Next, you can take a damp cloth and wipe down the cylinder as well as this drip tray underneath. You can also spray some food grade sanitizer if you'd like to. All right, so I got everything washed out. Now I'm going to show you how to put the bowl back on. You're going to start with the auger, and you'll feel that kind of click in. Now, you're going to take this bushing and put it right back like so. And then you're going to put the seal on. We have 2 types of seals. If your seal has a groove in it, that means it goes on the bowl first, and you just thread it on the bowl. If the seal doesn't have a groove in it, that means that you have the type of bowl where the seal needs to go right on the back of the machine first. Okay, this one has the groove in it, and now I pressed it appropriately here. Now I'm going to put the bowl back on. Pro tip, turn the auger in this position so the bowl has an easier time sliding right in. All right, so I got it on. Now the next step is I got to make sure the seal looks good and there's no pinches in the seal in the back. And then I got to give it some force to make sure this button clicks in. Otherwise, the bowl is not on. So right there, the button clicked in. I can press the button. Now I know the bowl's on. Next, you're just going to install your faucet just like it was before. Slide it on just like that. Next, you're going to put your handle on. Again, this is going to feel like you're going to break it. You're not. You just need to use a little force. So hook it on to one of the loopholes on one side, and then you just use a little force to get it on the other side. Just like that. make sure it works properly. And that's it. Now we're on to the next step where you put your product back into the machine. This part's important. You want to look for leaks. Before you put the light lid on, place this probe back on the bowl. All right, I got my machine filled back up. Now take your light lid, plug it to the back of the machine so that it lights up just like that. Put it back on the bowl. Now, just give the front of the machine a nice wipe down, and this drip tray comes right off, and you can go ahead and wash it out and clean it. And your final step is just to turn it back onto ice and to turn the auger back on. Okay, now you've cleaned out the bowls, cleaned the machine. One thing left to do. You gotta wash out the filter. You get the filter by taking it off the back of the machine. This filter happens to be pretty nasty. You wanna wash it from this side, so this comes out, and if you need to use a brush, you can. One more thing, if you have a Cafe Tango machine, make sure to take this bowl wrap off the bowl before you clean it and put it back on afterwards. It's very important to have this bowl on to make sure your Cafe Tango machine looks as good as possible. It's very easy to take off and put back on with this adhesive material. Number 3, display your pricing. Here's the part where I point out something really obvious. If you clearly display your pricing, you'll sell a lot more. If you don't display your pricing, you will sell a lot less. Display the price using this pricing card on the cup rack. The pricing card comes blank to you, but don't worry, we've got you covered. We provide a variety of stickers with different pricing options. Just make sure to align the stickers as straight as possible. Store the extra stickers in a safe spot so you're ready if your pricing changes later. Okay, once you have your stickers placed, it's super easy. Pricing card comes with these clamps. All you have to do is clamp the pricing card right here onto the front of the cup rack, and then you don't really have to worry about it. All you got to do is just make sure that it looks good. It's not hanging over the counter or anything like that. Again, clear, visible pricing makes your customers confident, builds trust, and will drive more sales for you. Simple as that. Number 4, rotate your flavors. Frazzle consumers love our flavors, like they are obsessed with them. So you want to keep things fresh by rotating. You always want to carry either Tiger's Blood or Blue Razzmatazz, always. So they are staples. This machine currently happens to have both in it, but in a normal situation, you'll just have one side with either Tiger's Blood or Blue Razzmatazz. Then you can use the other bowl to rotate in new flavors, even every month, just to keep it fresh. How do you get them? Well, your distributor carries a good variety, so just take advantage of it. Avoid placing 2 different flavors that are the same color next to each other. Distinct colors make it easier for consumers to recognize different flavors, and more variety drives more sales for you. Number 5, and we're coming full circle here, use the QR code on the side of the machine, okay? I said it before and I'll say it again. You'll find more training videos, you'll find answers to your questions, you can submit a request for service, and you'll be able to order more marketing materials, many of them free. You can also order mixing jugs for free from the QR code. Again, the QR code is the most important part of this training. Whew, we did it. I told you, just a few minutes. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being a great Frazzle partner. We appreciate you and everything you do.